I went and checked, and all but one of them said true and one said false. And I've heard that that is backwards. But it's just weird. Either that or Crystal decided to go in and edit thinking that I needed. Well, getting that kind of number freaks me out.
I hear you. You. Hello, Ray. Hello, Charlie.
Hi there. Don't mind us. We're just taking advantage of being here early to chat about me and my insecurities.
Thank you guys for being so flexible and rescheduling this.
Ray, you don't understand. I cried tears of joy when your email came across. And I mean that literally, because a whole lot of us, we're all faculty.
Yeah.
And we never, ever, ever have classes on Friday. There's sort of an unofficial Kaplan Sabbath on Fridays for classes.
Except for when there are classes on Friday.
Except when there are classes on Friday.
Which happens every once in a while. But I have Monday, Wednesday classes in the afternoon. And I think, Mike, don't you and somebody else have Tuesday, Thursday classes in the afternoon? Yeah. So we can't get
I got like Monday through Friday some weeks.
Yeah. So for us to get a quorum is actually really hard. Or a forum, as Mike called us. Oh, do we know who our fourth is yet?
I think it's going to be Ann.
Okay. Because Lauren's computer blew up. So we almost renamed ourselves 5 People with Stuart K.
I like it.
Talk about a steal.
Stuart, what is the origin for their name? Were you on their team at one point and then left them, or?
So I was on the team 2 years ago, but then they put in the rule that you couldn't have, and I'm not sure how I got classified as an all-star, but they basically said that Gene and I couldn't be on the same team anymore.
That seems kind of crazy rule.
Gene had been on the team longer than I had, so I stepped away from that team, and then they renamed themselves in my honor.
What was their old name?
I actually don't remember what the old name was.
It wasn't Gradman, was it?
No. And I guess I should phone in, right? Are we the blue team or the?
We're the blue team, but we don't have phone numbers anymore, according to.
We don't?
We do.
There is a phone number. Do we want to bother with it?
Well, what else would we do for steals?
For steals, the match that I saw, they just talked about it because what's the other team going to do?
Okay. Okay.
Steal it back?
Phone, that's easier.
It's so much easier without the phone. I hated juggling all that stuff.
Well, why don't we ask the man who just appeared? A charter member of the Cabal.
I thought the Cabal was secret. I thought we didn't know who was on the Cabal.
Well, maybe I spoke out of turn.
Maybe I don't think he's listening to us anyway. I think he's working very hard to ignore us.
I did not have the speakers on, so whatever. If you were making fun of me, I did not hear it.
No, we had a question about gameplay.
Oh, okay, shoot.
I said, well, there's a charter member of the Cabal here. Why don't we ask him? He just arrived.
By all means.
And
Rebecca, but then I pointed out that the Cabal is secret. We don't know who's on the Cabal.
Well, you sort of do. Rochelle's the head of it, I can tell you that.
No.
What is your question about the gameplay?
All right. Are we using the phone lines or not?
It's been sort of optional. On last week, there was a match where the team did not have a phone line, and everybody agreed it was kind of fun to hear them chatting away in a steal opportunity and decide, whether they were going to. So there's no real advantage to doing it secretly, and I think it's kind of fun to hear what everybody's saying. So
it's great, and then hearing them discuss and being like, no, it's great.
Yeah, and I have to keep a straight face because I can't, twitch or anything when somebody mentions speculatively what might be the right answer. So it's kind of fun. So I would say the heck with the phone. I would just, if you can speak here and, just all unmute and talk and work it out. And it's more fun. You got to remember, it was a great idea back when we had a different scoring system, a different buzzer. But now, from an audience point of view, 10 seconds of silence isn't as much fun as 10 seconds of people interacting.
It's all about TV.
Yes,
it
is. It is. And we live in 21st century America, which is all about entertainment.
Well, some of us do.
Are you still stuck in the 19th century, Mike, there?
No, Stuart is stuck in Canada.
Oh.
Well, then.
Well.
Maybe that's why Stuart wasn't allowed to play.
We're all in 21st century North America, I think.
Well. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. How are we doing on the these are two good teams.
So the buzzer is 902. 902 for your game code.
And who are our captains, please?
Ray for Casu.
Ray is?
Yes.
For Casu Marzu. And the wrong answer pathologies?
Mike Abley.
Mike, okay. Mike and the wrong answer pathologies in blue. Ray and Mikasa Marzu, Esu Casa Marzu in the red trunks.
All right, I got a teammate who's having trouble logging in. I need to forward an email real quick.
In the meantime, I hope you're all wearing your trunks and the proper color.
Trunks? We're going swimming?
Well, you have the red trunks and the blue trunks. That's the way I heard it.
Can we do, what was the game code? Because I'm getting nowhere.
902.
902. Well, if I put the correct game code in, I bet that makes a difference.
That can predicate success, yes. Charlie, give me a test pose. Thank you. Joe. Ray.
Me.
Stuart. Bob.
Joe Ray.
Mike, if you have free hands, thank you, sir.
What about Rebecca?
I do not see her yet on the buzzer. There she is. Rebecca.
FU detail.
We are the wrong answer pathologies. Stuart, did you?
Oh, I got it.
Andy, thank you.
And Mike, you still waiting for a fourth player?
Still waiting on a fourth player.
Uh-huh. Do you know who that is? Or you're just waiting for somebody to wander by?
It is Ann Peterson.
I love Ann.
We're waiting as well. Andy said it'll be just 1 second.
Andy is here.
Oh,
yeah, he's in the buzzer. I don't know if he's in the.
There's Ann. Hi, Ann. Love her. My partner in crime in the channel.
So, and if you can hear me, if you're having video camera problems, some of the issues sometimes is if you have a Hangout or another video program open on your machine, when you open Zoom, it may fail your camera.
She says she got booted and she has to restart or something.
I found also if you leave a milk carton out, that can interfere.
Yeah, that is true.
On our first match today, we had a version of my favorite category, stupid answers. This was governmental stupid answers. There are 8 windows at the 500-foot level of this Washington Monument. I love stupid answers. Oh, it's great. We don't have that today, but we've got some good ones.
So, Mike, is she restarting her machine?
I'm not rightly sure.
Okay.
It was just kind of a cryptic, sorry, I got booted and have to restart.
Very well.
It sounds like machine, but I can't swear to it.
Okie dokie. We'll hold for a couple, and then we can always get started and get her synced up as we run.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Where'd my button go? There it is.
Sounds like a personal question.
I personally
Où
asked.
est ma bouton? Répétez. Où est ma bouton?
All right, so everybody's test buzzed. Casu has been in Zoom previously, so I know everybody works there. Wrong answer. I think I've heard everybody off mute. Stuart, can you come off mute just to confirm?
Hey,
Stuart.
testing. 1, 2, 5, testing.
It is good to have the actual person named Stuart Kaminsky here, rather than those not named Stuart Kaminsky, who we've seen more often than you.
Although Anne looks frozen again, is she?
I don't even see Anne on camera.
I see a photo of Anne with her hand in front of her mouth.
Well, I would point to platform issue if other people were having similar issues, but as it's a one-off, I fear it may be Anne's technology failing her.
That's the impression I have, but I can't swear to it.
Yeah. If she has not fully I went Canadian there, has not fully rebooted out as of yet, that might be a path to it. If she can plug in rather than be on Wi-Fi, that might also assist a bit.
So I can't, I'm not sure I can make it work. Keeps crashing when I enter. I'm asking you what is crashing.
Yeah, I would assume the platform is crashing on her.
We scared off Bob.
Yeah, he before the dog was at the door, so I don't know if the dog's back.
Okay. Yeah, it's her computer that's crashing.
Okay. If she's already rebooted once, that might just continue to happen. So it may be a no-go for Anne. If she hasn't rebooted, I would say try rebooting the machine and coming back in clean to Zoom to see if she has another device where she could log into Zoom. Zoom is a mobile app as well if she wants to put it on a cell phone and join via Wi-Fi and then buzz on her computer. But she would need to download the app and then log into the room that way.
So we've lost 2 teammates today to mysterious computer issues. Anybody in the other team in IT? Anything going on with that potentially there?
Sorry, definitely not. But we're also not in a huge hurry. So if you need a couple more minutes to figure Ann out, we're fine with that.
I got this email from the NXT saying there are 100 cases that need my immediate attention. I don't know what that's all about.
Who else did you lose, Joe? Or Mike, who else did you lose?
Lauren was having computer problems today.
Oh, Lauren, yes.
Yeah.
She was a scorekeeper, was having trouble.
Okay. Well, why don't I just, Anne's messaging me. We can just go ahead and start and let her join midstream if that's agreeable with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. That is part of the rules this year, that if somebody can join, they can, absolutely. She can also message me separately, Mike, if you want to let her know. She can shoot me an email or an IM on GChat. And I can try to help, but it may be out of my my purview.
And many teams have played 3-on-4 and 1. Just this afternoon, a 3-person team beat a 4-person team, 154-6.
Well, and you guys have a apparent former superstar who was rules affected, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a misnomer there. That,
So what do you say? Shall we get started?
Anne is typing something to me right now. Let me just see what she has to say, if that's agreeable.
Sure.
Is there a different way to enter?
I tend to prefer a series of high kicks myself, but.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it is. Hold on. I think I figured out. I have insight on what the issue might be.
Great.
Maybe. I think I just sent her what was maybe this link will work for her better. No, that's not going to do it. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that which goes wrong. I just sent her the link that was in my Zoom. It was in the top of the window. It just could be that since that was already occupied.
Andy Joe.
It might be that it had all the success on it and whatnot. That might be what's messing it up.
The only other thing is if she has the Zoom app downloaded, she might be able on her PC. She might be able to enter the meeting ID via that way, but I don't really remember specifically.
Dan, I think we have to get started.
Yep, I'm with you.
I agree.
Yeah, if she hits in the Zoom app itself, she hits join and then puts in the meeting ID number. That is part of the link. It might help, but I really think. Oh, there's Ann.
I don't know.
Oh, there was Ann. That's her machine.
Yeah.
And her Wi-Fi, I think, is an issue.
Yeah, I think a wired connection would be the first response. But let's get started, and hopefully she'll be able to talk with Dan and work her way in. Okay, everybody? Captain, is that all right with you?
Sounds good.
I'm game.
Okay. So, hello, those of you watching. If you are still watching after all this delay, we always try to get all the players in if we can. Today we have two experienced teams. The red team is me, Casu Marzu, Esu Casu Marzu. They are in the red trunks, and Ray is their captain. And we have in the blue trunks, wrong answer, Pathologies. Mike Outisco Abley is the captain. And I don't think I need to go through the rules in any length. I will remind both teams that you are only allowed to buzz for a category of 5, a maximum of 2 times. A third buzz in that category will lose you points, and the other team will have a steal opportunity. And other than that, no consulting in any of the toss-up clues. And be sure to unmute and answer within 5 seconds after you're recognized. Big energy, big smiles. That's what we like to see. Here we go with our first category in the 1 to 5 point round, the human body. Now that's something we all know a lot about. We're at least around 1 or more every day. Here's our first clue for 1 point. On average, this human organ covers between 14 and 18 square feet. Charlie.
Skin.
Skin is correct for 1 point. 1 point out of the box for the red team. Human body for 2. These identifying ridges on the hands are visible. Ray?
What are fingerprints?
Fingerprints is correct for 2 points. They're visible on human fetuses at about 4 months. The gloves appear at 6 months, I understand. Here's the human body for 3. See my hand? Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. No matter how hard I try, I cannot hold my hand completely still because the cells of this type of tissue are always in alternating states of contraction. Andy?
Muscle?
That is right, muscle tissue. I never knew that. That's why you can't hold your hand still, because the cells are always contracting and relaxing. You learn something new every day here at TPT. That's another 3 points for the red team. Here we go, human body for 4. The average lifespan of these receptor cell groups in the mouth is 8 to 10 days. Joe?
Taste bud?
Taste buds is correct for 4 points. And to round out the category for 5, in the average human body, there's enough of this element, atomic number 6, to make about 900 pencils. Rebecca?
Carbon.
Carbon is right. And Rebecca keeps the red team from running the category 10 to 5 favor of Casu Marzu. I will, as always, be repeating the score every 3 categories. For now, we have actresses' tresses. Actresses' tresses. Here we go. Get it? Here we go for 1 point. Veronica Lake's haircut that covered one eye was this style, also the name of a game played with small children. Veronica Lake's haircut that covered one eye. Mike?
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo is right for 1 point. Peekaboo look. 2 points. Actresses, tresses. The word flip is in quotes in this clue. In the 60s, people flipped for this actress's due as Laura Petrie. In the 60s, Rebecca?
Mary Tyler Moore.
She played Laura Petrie and she had that wonderful flip. Very good, Rebecca, for 2 points for the blue team. Actresses' tresses for 3. In 2011, she sported a new chin-length bob while promoting her film, Just Go With It. Charlie?
Beckham?
Sorry, I have to subtract 3 points. That's a break for the blue team. I'll say it again. In 2011, she sported a new chin-length bob while promoting her film, Just Go With It.
I think it's Jennifer Aniston.
I will go with Jennifer Aniston.
It is Jennifer Aniston. Well done. And that was a triple stumper on the show.
Nice.
So, Charlie, no harm done in getting that wrong. The Jeopardy people were stumped as well. Jennifer Aniston, Just Go With It, one of the biggest money losers of the last decade. Okay, here we go with 4 points. Actresses, tresses. This redheaded co-star of The Kids Are All Right has published a children's book, Freckleface Strawberry. This redheaded co-star of The Kids Are All Right published a children's book. Ray?
Who's Julianne Moore?
Julianne Moore is right for 4 points. That ties it up. And let's see if we can break the tie with the 5-point clue in actresses' tresses. She sported a shaved head and an incredibly buff bod in G.I. Jane. Ray?
Who's Demi Moore?
Demi Moore is correct. Okay, even Steven in that round. We've got 2 well-matched teams, I believe. This is good. Hodgepodge is our next category. Hodgepodge, AKA leftover clues from past games. Here we go. For 1 point. The bright star Regulus represents the lion's foot in this constellation. Mike?
Orion.
Incorrect. We subtract the point. Here we go, red team. The bright star Regulus represents the lion's foot in this constellation.
Leo.
Leo is correct for 1 point. So switch over there. Not much harm, though. Only a 1-point clue. For 2 points. Fischbacher and Horn are the last names of the pair. This pair made famous by their magical live performances with tigers. Charlie?
Oh God.
Time?
Yeah. Okay.
Have to subtract 2 points. It's a break for the blue team. Fischbacher and Horn are the last names of this pair made famous by their magical live performances with tigers.
Blue team, are we thinking Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Siegfried and Roy, Bob. That's our guess.
That's it. That's it. That happens, Charlie. Not to worry. The boldness is all I've found in TPT, especially in the first round when there's not too many points to begin with. For 3 points, this is hodgepodge. You might do the funky chicken or the foxtrot at one of these endurance contests for couples. Ray?
What is a dance marathon?
Dance marathon or dance-a-thon. We would have taken either one. That gets 3 points back for the red team, still in the lead. 4 points. This, in quotes, insect of a company calls itself the world's leading maker of construction and mining equipment. Ray?
What is caterpillar?
Caterpillar is correct, and you are out of this category. That's right. The Vegas dealer, clap, my hands are off the buzzer. However, you don't have to keep them up. This is not a holdup. Finally, hodgepodge for 5 points. This language has 3 main dialects: Connacht, Munster, and Ulster. This language has 3 main dialects: Connacht, Munster, and Ulster. Rebecca?
Gaelic.
Gaelic or Irish, as we would have accepted either one. That's 5 points for the blue team. At the end of the first half of the first round, Casu red team 22, wrong answer blue team 17. Okay, very tight game. Here we go with our next category. And it looks like maybe we'll have Anne here. Oh, that looks like a finger. Okay, here we go. There She Is, Miss America is the category. There She Is, Miss America, for 1 point. There she is, again and again. Mary Campbell, from this capital of Ohio, won in 1922, Mike?
Columbus.
That is right. And get this, she won in 1922 and 23, and she was first runner-up in 1924. For heaven's sake.
That just seems greedy.
I know, it's like one of those people in the marathons who keep running every year. Okay, here we go. There she is, Miss America for 2. It's fair and balanced to tell you Gretchen Carlson, 1989, reported for this news channel. You decide which one. Andy?
Fox News.
Fox News is right for 2 points. 3 points in There She Is, Miss America. In 2011, 17-year-old Teresa Scanlon from this Cornhusker state became the youngest, Charlie?
Iowa.
That's not correct. We subtract 3 and we go over to the blue team. Break for you. In 2011, 17-year-old Teresa Scanlon from this Cornhusker state became the youngest winner since 1933.
Blue team, shall we go Nebraska?
Yeah, I think Nebraska's right.
Nebraska.
Let us go Nebraska, Bob. That's
right. 3 points for Nebraska. And Charlie, I know what it's like to blurt out an answer. I lost many points on Jeopardy for doing just that. But here we go for 4 points. There she is, Miss America. 1959's Mary Ann Mobley played Maggie Drummond on this Gary Coleman sitcom. Mike?
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes is right for 4 points.
And I am out.
Mike is out. For the last clue for 5 points, this 1971 winner co-hosted the NFL Today for CBS from 1975 to 1984. This 1971 winner co-hosted the NFL Today for CBS from 1975 to 1984. 5 seconds. Time. Dan, you're a sports guy.
I am.
It was Phyllis George.
It's Phyllis George, Bob.
So a player who decided not to buzz in knew it. Well, there's
the player who was not allowed to buzz.
Oh, the player who was, of course. What a dope am I?
I'm glad I didn't go. My guess was going to be Howard Cosell. So I'm
Howard Cosell. Yes, she did win. Howard did win. It was hushed up. Okay.
He cleans up in the swimsuit category.
Yeah. Ooh. And the hairstyle. Member nations of OPEC is our next category. Member nations of OPEC for 1 point. This Mideastern member nation holds the world's largest reserves of petroleum. Andy.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is right for 1. OPEC member nations for 2. One of the smallest PECs is this country that was invaded in 1990 for its oil. Mike?
Kuwait.
Kuwait is right for 2 points. OPEC member nations for 3. Until it withdrew in 2008, the only Far East nation in OPEC was this large one made up of thousands of islands. Mike?
Indonesia.
Indonesia is right for 3 points, and you're out of the category. 4 points for OPEC member nations. Ecuador and this other South American country are members. Ray?
What is Venezuela?
Venezuela is right for 4 points. And for 5 points, member nations of OPEC. In March 2011, world oil prices rose due to fighting in this OPEC members' oil cities like Ras Lanuf. In March 2011, Andy?
Libya.
Libya is right. Very good, sir. And by 1 point, you spring into the lead. It's been going back and forth. With 1 point separating the teams, here's our final 1 to 5 category. Appropriately enough for the previous one, lots of oil. And oil, OIL is in quotes. And Jeopardy fans and TPT veterans know what that means. The letters OIL will be in every response. Our first clue for 1 point, lots of oil, OIL in quotes. Proverbially, it's what you do to a child when you spare the rod. Stuart?
Spoil?
Spoil is right for 1 point for the blue team, and it's tied up. For 2 points, lots of oil. A weapon for fencing. Mike?
Foil.
Foil is the weapon. 3 points. Lots of oil. 7-letter word for the highest layer of dirt from which plants take nutrients. Mike?
Topsoil.
Topsoil is right, and you're out of this one. 4 points, lots of oil. One of the 4 things Winston Churchill offered the British people in his first, Ray?
What is turmoil?
That is incorrect. A break for the blue team. One of 4 things Winston Churchill offered the British people in his first speech as Prime Minister.
Blue team, I'm thinking toil.
I won't disagree with you, but I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Blood, sweat, toil, and tears.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going toil, sir.
Toil is it. Blood, toil, tears, and sweat. Okay, that was a little bit of a change. Finally, 5 points. To make water muddy by stirring up sediment. To make water muddy by stirring up sediment. Rebecca.
Moil.
Say again.
Moil. M-O-I-L.
That is incorrect. Now a break for the red team. To make water muddy by stirring up sediment.
Any ideas, guys?
I mean, embroil maybe, but I don't feel confident.
I don't know.
Charlie, Joe?
I don't have anything.
We're not going to guess.
Okay, you're going to pass. The moil is has a little different meaning, but the word is roil, R-O-I-L. You roil the water. Okay, no real harm done there. Boy, what a close game. Wrong answer, Pathologies. Blue team 35. Me, Casu, Marzu, as Su, Casu, Marzu 27. And Dan, you know and I know that that's essentially a tie. I mean, given these tournaments, those scores are so close. It's still anybody's game. And now we're going to go to a Kaplan crowdsourcing potpourri that I think will be very, very interesting.
Can you be sure to use my questions, Bob, please?
I wish I could, but in fact, we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to choose a set of 5 that was submitted by one person. Okay, we have a couple of these, and we thought, well, why not? If they're good clues, Let's go with them. So these are submitted from our friend Stephen Cross. The category is Far East.
Okay, Bob, the only two answers rule still applies to these crowdsourced questions as well?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Only twice in this. They're all, the only difference is they're all worth 3 points apiece. And here it is. I'm going to give you 3 Far Eastern locations. Well, I'm going to give you 3 locations. Select the location that is farthest east. No, calling up on Google.
Farthest east relative to where?
Well, I guess looking at the map.
Well, I mean, if you're in between those two places, or if you're
Well,
even,
I think the intent of the question suggests that
gotcha.
Florida is eastern of California. So if it was Florida, Iowa, California,
Gotcha.
Florida would be
All right.
relative to each other. Yeah.
Just checking. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let's see how we do. For 3 points. Malaysia, the Philippines, Sri Lanka. Rebecca?
Philippines.
Philippines is correct for 3 points. Here we go again. Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai. Mike?
Hong Kong.
Incorrect. A break for the red team. Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai.
What do you guys think?
I think it's Beijing.
I think it's Beijing too.
I agree.
You feel pretty confident?
Do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Beijing.
It is Shanghai. Okay, so no harm, no foul
you
there.
couldn't give me that one? Come on.
No harm, no foul. Okay, here we go for 3 points. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. Rebecca?
Sydney.
Incorrect. We send it over to the red team. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne.
I think Brisbane, but what do you guys think?
I know nothing about Australian geography.
Ray? You're on mute.
You're on mute.
My thought was Melbourne, but I think it's 50-50. What do you want to do? Well,
Do we have a tiebreaker, Joe or Andy?
Joe, give us an answer.
Brisbane.
We'll go Brisbane.
It is Brisbane. So that's
My confidence is shaking, Ray. You gotta boost me up, man.
okay. I thought this was going to be annoying, but this is a really good category. Thank you, Stephen. Here we go for another 3 points. Chad, Algeria, Niger. Chad, Algeria, Niger. Andy.
Chad.
Chad is furthest east. Yes. Jeremy is further east than that. And finally, Rebecca got it. And finally, no. Oh, okay. You got the Chad and Jeremy.
And
I can't hear her. All right, here we go. For the last one for 3 points. Timor Sea, Arafura Sea, Coral Sea. The Timor Sea, the Arafura Sea, the Coral Sea. Time. Dan?
The sea.
Well, I saw a lot of World War II movies when I was a kid, and the Battle of the Coral Sea was all the way the hell out in like the middle of the Pacific, and that is the Coral Sea was the correct answer there. Thank you, Stephen. That was pretty good. And the scores, if anything, have narrowed. We now have the red team at 30, the blue team at 32, the possibility of a tie because both are even, and a lot of fun as we go into our second round. Where the points are doubled and the scores could really change, as I am wont of tiresomely saying. Here we go for our first 2 to 10 point category. And the category is minor facts about major people. Minor facts about major people. For 2 points, good luck teams. At his second inaugural At his second inaugural address in 1793, he made no mention of his dogs Sweet Lips, Drunkard, and Tipsy. Ray?
Who is George Washington?
George Washington is right, and Sweet Lips, Drunkard, and Tipsy were also Bob's nicknames in college. Now, for 2 points, minor facts about major people. This long-term Caribbean leader who came to power in 1959 was an accomplished ping pong player. Mike?
Fidel Castro.
He was the accomplished table tennis player. Very good for 2 points. For 6, minor facts about major people. At the St. Louis Exposition of 1904, this Apache leader signed and sold autographs. Andy?
Geronimo.
Geronimo is right for 6 points, and the lead goes back to the red team for the first time in a while. It's been going back and forth. Here we go for 8 points. Minor facts about major people. This French thinker had an ocular condition and was called short, ugly, wall-eyed by Life magazine, but it didn't stop him from writing No Exit. Ray?
Who is Sartre?
Sartre. Life typically gracious in its representation of its subject. Sartre is correct. And finally, for 10 points, minor facts, major people. As a prince, this Prussian embraced the arts and music. As king, following his father, Frederick William, he waged war. Andy?
Wilhelm II.
That is incorrect, and a break for the blue team. As a prince, this Prussian embraced the arts and music. As king, following his father, Frederick William, he waged war.
Team, I'd like to say Frederick the Great.
I will not dispute that, but I have no idea.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
All right. We're going Frederick the Great, sir.
That is right, and that switches the lead over to the blue team, but it's still anybody's match. Dan, this could be the best match we've had so far.
No jinxing it, Bob.
Yeah. No. These teams are too good to be jinxy. Next category, and pay attention, Dan, because I know you're going to love it. NBA Rookies of the Year. NBA Rookies of the Year. For 2 points. In 1985, it was this bull with a bright future. Charlie.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan is correct for 2 points. NBA Rookies for 4. Shaq took the honor in 1983 as a member of this team. Charlie?
Magic.
The Orlando Magic is right, and you're out of this category. For 6 points. In 2009, Allen Iverson returned to this team for which he won the award in 97. Ray?
Who are the Philadelphia 76ers?
76ers is right. Red team in the lead again, thanks to Charlie and Ray. For 8 points. This Knicks center was the 1986 choice. Mike?
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing is right. Lead back to the blue team. I'm not even going to say it anymore. I'm just going to assume it's going to go back and forth. This is fun. Finally, NBA Rookies of the Year for 10. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got the award, Mike?
Milwaukee Bucks.
No, incorrect. That's a subtraction of 10 and a big break for the red team. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got the award, he was going by this name.
Lou Alcindor.
Lou Alcindor, yeah.
Lou Alcindor.
We're gonna go Lou Alcindor final.
Lou Alcindor is right. And that's sometimes the Jeopardy clue writers can get you. Right. I'm sure that was the team, but that was what we were looking for. Okay. Lots more points ahead, though. Don't give up either team. This is neck and neck. Third category, bourbon planning.
Did we get our points for that?
Did they get their 10 points, Stan?
I clicked it. It should be at 58:44. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Bourbon planning.
Oh, no, hold on. Timeout. Let me double check.
Because I thought it was a 20-point swing with the miss and then the.
Yep. Let me just double check something. Oh, it doesn't give me DVR. Well, that's frustrating. I think you're right, because it was 58.
I thought we had just pulled ahead before the
48, and they were at 54.
Yeah, I thought if I'm
No,
right, I
time
thought
out.
it was
40.
54.
You went up 48, 46, and then Mike got Patrick Ewing, which put them at 54, 48.
Okay,
And
that
then,
makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Score is correct.
You made me do math.
Right.
That's not okay.
Ann Peterson, are you here?
I'm trying.
I see you.
Actually, you made me do math would be a pretty good Jeopardy category. Okay, here we go. Bourbon planning. Can I get into this now, please? Thank you. No, I'm teasing. For 2 points. This man, for whom a Claremont, Kentucky bourbon is named, uses the more formal James in the name of the company. Ray?
Jack Daniels.
Sorry, I have to subtract 2. Break for the blue team. I'll repeat it. This man, for whom a Claremont, Kentucky bourbon is named, uses the more formal James in the name of the company.
I would like to say Jim Beam, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's Jim Beam. Yeah.
All right, we'll go with Jim Beam.
Jim Beam is right, and that 4-point swing could make a difference. 56 to 46. Here we go. Bourbon planning. Bourbon is made with this type of mash that uses liquid from a prior, Mike?
Sour mash.
Sour mash. Now remember, if you're watching, that was Mike's first buzz in. The steal does not count against the buzzing. Okay. Bourbon planning for 6. Legend has it that this brand's founder took its name from a Southern Belle's corsage. Legend has it that this brand's founder took its name, Joe?
Wild Rose?
No, we subtract 6 points. Big break for the blue team. Legend has it that this brand's founder took its name from a Southern Belle's corsage.
The team, I'd like, if Ann were consulting, I'd like to say 4 Roses, unless you all object.
Right.
All right, Bob, we're going to go with 4 Roses.
It was a triple stumper on the show, but not here. 4 Roses is correct for 6 points. But it's still neck and neck. Don't give up, teams. 8 points. Bourbon planning, right? Bourbon planning. I love that. That's funny. The brand Evan Williams honors Kentucky's first distiller who set up on the banks of this river in Louisville in 1783. Rebecca.
The Ohio River.
That is right. Confidently said, confidently buzzed. 8 points for the blue team. The Ohio River. Finally, bourbon planning for 10. 3 parts Maker's Mark plus 1 part sweet vermouth plus maraschino juice plus the cherry equals the Maker's Mark this cocktail. Charlie.
Manhattan?
Very good, my friend. 10 points back for the red team. At the end of the first half of the second round, the blue team, wrong answer, Pathology 64, Casu, Marzu in red 60, 64 to 60. Still anybody's game, but that Maker's Mark Manhattan brought it much closer. Next category, novel quotes. Novel quotes. Here we go. 2 points. 1937. A sudden understanding, a pity mixed with horror, welled up in Bilbo's heart. Stuart.
The Hobbit?
The Hobbit is correct for 2 points. Novel quotes for 4. 2003. The Holy Grail is not a thing. It is, in fact, a person. Charlie.
Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code is right for 4. Tightening it up. Novel quotes for 6. 1937. George gonna say I done a bad thing. He ain't gonna, Ray? Ray?
You're on mute.
Oh, sorry.
Time. Got to stop. Okay, that's a break for the blue team.
Of mice and men, we think.
George going to say I done a bad thing. He ain't going to let me tend no rabbits.
We're going with Of Mice and Men, sir.
Of Mice and Men is right. Yes, that could be a big swing. We'll see. Still a lot of points ahead. Novel quotes for 4. For 8. What am I saying? 1995. Perhaps, thought Nanny, little green Elphaba chose her own sex and her own color. Charlie?
Wicked.
Wicked is right for 8 points. Red team needed that, and that's close. Charlie, you're out of this category. Finally, one more clue for 10 points. Novel quotes. 1952. When I walk down the street, I bet people will say, there goes Roy Hobbs, the best there ever was. Mike?
The Natural.
In this game, The Natural is right. Okay, 72-66 favor of the blue team, but still very, very close. And our next
Bob,
category,
I hadn't added the 10 there. It's 82-66.
82-66, sorry. Still close as can be. We still have 60 points to spread around. So there's a lot of change possible. Good luck to both teams as we go into mountains. Mountains. 2 points. At 14,433 feet, Colorado's Mount Elbert. Andy?
I was going to say Pikes Peak, but I guess that's wrong.
That is wrong. That's a 2-point subtraction. Here's the full clue for Mike and the blue team. At 14,433 feet, Colorado's Mount Elbert is the highest peak in this mountain chain.
Shall we go with the Rocky Mountains team?
I would go with the Rocky Mountains.
Let's go with the Rocky Mountains, please.
The Rockies is correct for 2 points. That's a 4-point swing. We'll see if it proves to be decisive. For 4 points. Lake Kawaguchi is famous for its inverted reflection. Ray?
Unmute, Ray.
Sorry?
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji is correct for 4 points. Yeah, it's inverted reflection of this peak on its still waters. Okay, for 6 points, mountains. Worn down by wind and rain, the mountains of this range that includes the Vesuvius are among the lowest in Europe. Rebecca.
The Apennines.
Very good. The Apennines is correct for 6 points. The Apennines. Mountains for 8. Now dormant. This volcano in eastern Turkey last erupted on June 2nd, 1840. Now dormant. This volcano in eastern Turkey last erupted on June 2nd, 1840. 5 seconds. Mike.
Anatoly.
That is incorrect, and that could be a big break for the red team. You have 8 points at stake. You can consult. I'll repeat it one more time. Now dormant. This volcano in eastern Turkey last erupted on June 2nd, 1840.
I have no clue.
You guys have any ideas?
None.
No guess for me.
Charlie?
I don't think it's Etna, Ray.
Etna's in Italy.
Yeah, it's oh God, this is Siegfried and Roy all over again.
We don't know.
Just pass. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you probably did know it. It was not Mount Siegfried and Roy, but it was another famous mountain, Mount Ararat. Mount Ararat. Okay, but the blue team did lose a few points. Let's see what happens as we go to the final clue for mountains for 10 points. This range forms an arc from Slovakia to Romania, with both ends lying on the Danube River. This range forms an arc from Slovakia to Romania. Mike.
The Carpathians.
That is right. The Carpathians for 10 points. Carpathian Mountains. And did I say that Mount Ararat was a triple stumper? Because it was. Okay. I guess it was a quintuple stumper because we didn't get it either. Okay, our final category and I think, if I'm not mistaken, still a chance for the red team to pull it through, is Scooby's relatives. Scooby's relatives. Yes, each correct response will rhyme with do. Each correct response will rhyme with do. Good luck to both teams for, in advance, a great match for 2 points. 3-syllable adjective for an unpaid bill or a late library book. Mike.
Overdue.
Overdue is the 2-point due. For 4 points. This carbonated beverage comes in varieties, Ray.
What is Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, and Live Wire for 4 points. Well done, sir. For 6 points. This Frenchman played the title roles in Danton and Cyrano, Charlie?
Depardieu.
Gerard Depardieu. And I'm sure Alex complained about that one because it doesn't really rhyme with do, but you are correct. For 8 points. Term for something that remains after most has been removed. Mike.
Residue.
Residue is correct. And finally, for 10 points, this capital at the confluence of the Bagmati and Vishnumati is also called Kantapur. This capital, Stuart?
Kathmandu?
Kathmandu is right. And
Good game, everybody.
those dues pulled it out. Wrong answer, Pathologies, 112, but a tremendous effort from me, Casu at 78. We will see both teams.
Awesome match.
Really great match.
Good
And
game.
great,
Nice playing with
good
you.
humor, great
Nice.
fun, some pull-em-out answers back and forth. You all did great. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again.
See you guys soon.
Later
See
on.
ya.
Hi, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Good night.